Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Gent,
I'm Phobos.
and we're casting a replay of, there we go, Scarecrow vs. Flash, and this is from the Go4SC2Tournament.
Round of 16,
Yeah, round of
actually.
16.
So they're getting up there. Pretty aggressive in these games.
And this will be a PvT, which I'm a Protoss player. It probably isn't my least favorite matchup anymore, but I'm still not a fan of it.
Well, looks like we have them spawning close air positions. PvT is my not my least favorite, but the matchup I'm least competent in, I guess I'd say. Because I cannot seem to survive the game if it lasts longer than like 15 minutes.
And it is short air distance, but the walk distance is actually fairly far, just farther.
Just because they gotta go around the bases.
Yeah, it's just as far as any other one. And
you see standard supply depot, standard pylon going down for both. No gateway yet, but that's clearly because he can't afford it.
He's going to build his gateway on 13 and his assimilator on 14, I'm guessing. So
there goes the barracks. Pretty standard timing, and there goes Fraps. Sorry about that.
Fraps is lagging. So it's 13. He's going to be putting down his...
Ooh, that probe's not going to survive that. There goes the gateway at 14, actually.
Wow.
So it's just a tiny bit late, according to this build order.
It's okay. It's all good if it's late, of course.
Got that refinery going down at 14.
So this looks like not just common play for the Terran, for both of them. Just fairly normal play.
I don't know, that probe's being awfully aggressive. And Flash hasn't done any scouting yet. He is just now moving out.
Well, he can't really determine much
beforehand, I agree.
Well, unless he's going to do a cannon rush, but if you're in a tournament like this, you can almost guarantee no one's going to cannon rush unless you're MC.
This probe just, oh my gosh, it's like picking on everybody. Look at this, it's got damaged 3 SCVs here.
Oh, that probe is so mean. He is so mean.
Alright, and it looks like we do have the SCV in the base.
And the Cybercore, good tech lab coming down. Pretty sure he's going
to be... Terran goes for a gas steal. That's something you don't see very often. Do see a Chrono Boost coming down on the Nexus again instead of the gateway.
It is actually kind of frustrating because...
Yeah, I don't think that Zealot's going to be out in time to stop that.
Terran needs that gas.
Or Protoss.
Or Protoss needs that gas. Terran needs that gas. He's
he
going
doesn't
to gas
even finish it. That's really smart, actually.
So you can just cancel it if you...
Yeah, and just get his minerals back. It looks like the SCV is going to continue to try and deny the expansion as well.
And let's look at the... Oh, that's not the APM tab. That's the APM tab.
And Flash is just going nuts here.
Average of 128. That's
pretty decent. That is actually really quick.
And Concussive Shell's going down with Marauders. That's very, very strong against the Protoss. Will not be able to do a early push if he gets enough Marauders out.
Until the Protoss grabs charge lots, you can just kite them with Marauders all day.
And if he gets Stalkers with Blink, the Marauders just tear them apart because they do so much damage against
them. So, like, Marauders with Concussive Shell just seem to be kind of an answer to everything that early game Protoss can throw out.
Yeah. But one thing you need to do is just get a good amount of sentries, because that really helps you a lot with the Marauders.
I don't know if he can afford sentries with just one gas.
With one gas.
We do see him thrown down, opting to not get the expansion, and that's not get the second gas and go for an expansion here. This is actually pretty smart on another level by Flash, because it grants him vision of what's going on in this corner of the base. Now granted, he can't see a whole lot, but hey, he knows he's going to know what's going to hit this, you know, and that's information he didn't have before.
And you can see the expo timings. The expo timings are very similar. They're both going down about the exact same time. And that's pretty early, because for Protoss, a standard build, you expand at the 6.5 minute mark.
Looks like we have 4 racks coming down for Flash here. He's going to be very aggressive in this early game. But it's not going to be an all-in because he's already grabbed this expansion.
And he's just grabbing that bunker to keep safe. And I wonder if he's going to do some harassment with that.
I would actually put the bunker right here.
That'd be much smarter.
But then again, he doesn't want to get stalker shot from this corner.
Maybe he just needs 2 bunkers. That would help. A random
probe.
Is he going to put a pylon?
I think so.
I think
maybe
he's just doing
for
a little bit
game
of
scouting.
I think he's just seeing if he has
Oh,
an expo.
that probe
Did he
got
see that expo?
murked.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he saw it. And note, there's the drone split.
Oh, that's a nice probe split. Let's look at the count. Oh, 26 now.
28 to 26 there, and 1 mule for Flash.
They're about the same income right now, and the Reaper is going to do some harassment.
We do have combat shields coming down for Flash as well. He's doing a really good job of balancing his economy between tech, expansion, and forces at this point in the game. I'm really quite impressed with how well he's doing with this.
Yeah, what's the key for units lost? Units killed.
L.
Oh yeah, Control R is the... So two workers killed for Flash.
Yep, and 3 units. One of them was a zealot, so he's killed 3 units.
Yep.
Alright, that combat shield is almost done. I'm interested in seeing if there's going to be a timing attack with that. That combat shield is actually going to finish right in time for this push.
Which is very good, and that concussive shield will do so much help in this attack.
Missile turret as well. Doesn't want to see any observers come in.
I don't see any marauders. Oh, I think they're in that bunker. There's only 2 marauders.
Bunker. But with this many Marines, they don't have stim yet, but they do have that combat shield, and they are working on level 1 upgrades.
This is... Oh, and he's pulling back. I guess Scarecrow decided he did not want to move out, and we are getting lag.
Oh my gosh, what is up with my computer
And my
today?
voice is going to crack a lot because I just got done singing in the car. So we have a robotics bay coming down. Cool. And so he's just going very standard.
Oh wow. That observer's already on the way out. We do have a robotics bay and a forge.
Very nice. I'd like to see that weapons upgrade. Against Protoss versus Protoss, you always want to get the armor upgrade first. I think that's more effective.
I don't know about if that's as prevalent against
Terran you always want. Against Terran and Xur you want to get the weapons, but he's getting shield.
Huh. And see, that seems like a kind of an odd choice to me, unless... No, that seems like an odd choice to me. Because he's got sitting on 4 racks already. He could easily just throw up a tech lab and...
And the Terran is getting weapons, and so I guess that would kind of counteract his weapon.
Hopefully he doesn't get shot down here.
Oh.
Just out of sight. I don't think Flash will think it's worth it to drop a scan.
And if this Colossi comes out and he does a push, he will do so much damage because Flash has so many Marines. He does not have...
He does have a pretty good spread on him, though.
Well,
he did.
Not anymore. But if he clumps them up and sends them on an attack move, they will clump up, and that Colossi will take care of them, especially with force fields if they won't be able to do
factory scout.
Oh, what did he see? He did not see the robotics bay.
Didn't see the robotics bay.
Oh, that's
huge. Very big.
It's huge. He just thinks that he's just going standard or something.
Gateway army here. I'm interested to see if there's any kind of... Throws down another engineering bay. And
wow, he's going for lots of upgrades. I think he's going to be going tanks.
Nah, he's gonna with that second engineering bay and that armor. He's going pure bio.
Oh, you need an armory to continue upgrades.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do have that MMM build out now. Marine Marauder medevac.
I guess they're gonna be doing a drop.
That could be very dangerous.
It could do some harassment, but the biggest thing it will do is give scouting information.
If it's gonna beat that Colossi out.
Yeah, but we'll give him scouting information, which he will be able to get Vikings out for the Colossi. Right now, how many Colossi? He only has 1, but it's still big. He does see the robotics bay.
And he's gonna try and snipe down the pylon. Actually, that's actually really smart.
And it comes out just in time.
Oh, he's got to stop that before it gets.
He takes out that robotics facility.
But this finishes upgrade. Looks like he did lose a lot of forces.
He did lose a lot, and that robotics bay almost died.
At this point, it got the upgrade it needed.
Yeah, it did. So, but you still need it in order to build Colossi. So, and
well, that's a nice little wrench in your plans.
Ooh, and he is getting charged and another expansion. Scarecrow is looking
pretty formidable at this point. Those Colossi do so much damage to infantry ranked units, which is basically all that Flash has.
He's not making Vikings. After seeing that robotics bay and the Colossi,
we do have a starport coming down.
I thought he already had a starport down.
But this third, I agree with. Flash did scout it and is deciding to throw down his own.
And even with 2 bases, getting a third one up, he needs to saturate that quick because he's trying to go Colossi, DTs, and high temps.
Oh my
I don't know if
gosh.
he'll be able to afford all of that. He definitely cannot afford it on 2 bases, and on 3 it will be pushing it. Because he is getting 2 more gateways.
Looks like we're going to see some Hellion harass here. Oh, no, never mind. We're going to see double medevac, double Viking. Looks like we have another drop coming in.
And he is going to drop that Expo. Did he still have his main saturated? The Scarecrow? Yeah, so he is on 3 bases saturated.
Looks like
ooh, and he will not see this.
Pushing out right at the wrong time.
See, that drop's going to do some massive damage.
But he's, on the other hand,
he did get
Flash may need those forces over here to defend this.
And getting some zealots in. Nice probe. Pullback.
Got to get out of there. Those zealots can start chopping things up pretty good.
Very nice defense. He didn't really lose much in that.
Yeah, I think he only lost 2 or 3 probes.
Yeah, he didn't. Did he even lose the zealot? I don't think so.
He lost 1. But we do see the medevac deciding to...
Seeing Storm come out and high temps. It's going to be a lot of micro.
Yeah, it is.
To
but
get
it's
all
gonna
those
be,
storms. And
it's going to be really hard for the Terran player to deal with
because
this.
if you get... One thing that's really hard for Protoss, especially low level, I'm pretty sure these guys aren't that low level, but if you do an attack move somewhere, your Colossi will run in front because they can run in front of everyone. They can run on top.
Over.
And they will get sniped, so you need to try to make sure your Colossi keep back. So that's one micro that you have to do. And then you have to do force fields and storms. This is going to be very...
storm. Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes that Marine again. Poor little guy.
And here comes
another drop. It gets stormed though.
And they're going to drop another storm? I don't think
not enough energy.
Ooh,
very, very bad idea. Loses 1. I think that was well worth the sacrifice of that Marauder and that Marine.
Yeah, it was.
Forcing that.
And what are the upgrades looking like? I think those
We've
level
got
2. Oh,
2 armor.
Wow.
And 1 armor and 2.
What are the weapons for this guy?
None.
None.
All he's sitting on is 2 armor.
He's on his 3rd.
He did just now grab that 2nd forge though, so he's starting his level 1 armor. Where'd that other forge go? This one's working on level 3.
And he is getting ghosts out, flashes, and that will help a ton with those sentries and the storm.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only
He has a few DTs
reaction.
in there. He's not going to use the DTs for any...
Look at all those Vikings. He cranked those out really fast.
He doesn't have a whole lot of anti-air.
No, he doesn't. This is a very zealot-heavy army. Nice.
Well, this is also deadly for Flash because a lot of his army are those Vikings, and now they're just sitting in the air not doing anything. So
he lost the Colossi and this many... They're out of energy. There's no more storm and this many infantry units. I don't think the zealots are going to be able to handle that. Yeah, this is going pretty bad for Scarecrow here.
Very, very, very bad. He needs to get out. Templar, I don't know.
The Immortal, I don't know about that Immortal choice either.
Yeah,
he needs to rebuild those Colossi more than anything.
This Colossus, even though the Mortals do more
What's
damage.
he doing? No, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh, he almost got
Flash, that was terrible. That was almost, who was it, MMA?
Yeah.
He sieged his orbital command. That was pretty, almost really bad.
That was funny. Did they kill that robotics bay? Because he is making another one.
Yeah, he did another drop, and that's probably why
that's
this
why he's
one
going Immortals
at the front collapsed so quickly. Random missile turret's gonna shoot that down pretty quick. Looks like we have more Vikings coming out, but we're opting against Immortals at this point. Then again, you can't build Colossi without that robotics bay.
Yeah.
So might as well build something.
Might as well build something while you can. He's
Protoss or Scarecrow is stockpiling quite the bankroll here.
Yeah, he is. Getting DTs out. And if he does not have any scan, then those DTs will do so much damage in the mix of his army.
Yeah, and
so
he can't build any Ravens. He can't build any mobile detection. I would like to see Flash here put a tech lab on this factory and start cranking out some.
Oh, what's he doing with that?
Oh, fed back one of the ghosts. Killed
ghost.
one.
I don't think that was
much a trade.
I don't think that was worth the trade. 182 supply for Flash, 156 now for Scarecrow.
That's climbing pretty fast too.
Yeah, it is. Colossi finally coming out. That random DT just chilling there.
Looks like the Observer is keeping up. We do have a nuke coming out for that silo. Another double expansion. He's going to expand all the way around.
Expand there and that center gold, I'm guessing.
You're probably
Cloak
right.
coming out for the Ghost. Not a bad idea. More DTs.
And we finally see another Colossi moving out. Ooh.
Is he going to see that? Come on, man. Come on.
What are you doing?
And I guess
that was actually pretty smart, forcing the Zealots into that engagement by letting this unit.
Feedback on the medevac doing so much damage.
They did.
And wow, those
looks
Zealots
like these guys are on the retreat.
There goes the charge.
Oh boy.
Man, they're just gonna.
Those Zealots are faster.
They're just gonna what is it called? Stim pack themselves to death. And we do have a. Oh, never mind. He died. We had another blue dot on the screen.
He needs to split these forces.
He did stim himself down pretty low.
Yeah, he did. Looks like we had some EMPs on those Immortals. Those
he needed to use them on the high temps. High temps are on full energy.
They are. Those
feedbacks
are just
everything.
destroying
so
everything.
Much damage. Nice storm going off.
This is going to be pretty hard for such an infantry-based army to deal with.
And he is getting Archons. That's going to be very deadly. 2 Archons.
Yeah.
If he's going to stick with the Archons, he should start getting his shield upgrades.
Yeah, he's level 302. Looks like we have a planetary fortress coming up, though. That will provide some pretty nice static defense.
Unless he can kill it off right here. And
I don't know if that's going to happen.
More reinforcements coming down.
Another EMP goes off. Looks like
they are going to fend it off. It looks like
you need to really EMP that that Archon.
That Archon's doing so much damage to that.
It's just killing everything.
Don't focus. What are you doing? Don't focus those. I guess he's killing off as many medevacs as he can. But
looks like we got a couple Vikings just chilling out here at the side of the base.
And now Protoss is actually sticking with his micro and he's making a ton of sentries. You can see he has so much gas or tons of high temps.
One thing I don't know about is this command center is not going to do anything except sit there now. Looks like we do have an expansion out here, and it might get shut down by these Vikings actually.
Ground Vikings are actually useful.
They don't do it. They don't have a very high DPS, but they do deliver damage. And
he does not have any weapon upgrades for those Vikings, so
yeah, there's
Colossi
no
with full
weapons.
armor with Guardian Shield won't take as much damage.
Well, they're going to be really hard to bring down.
But he does not have any sentries, so we don't have to worry about that Guardian Shield at all. And he just resupplied his army so quickly.
Yeah, he
3
did.
Colossi coming. This is going to be very, very deadly.
But Flash is aware of this push. He did have control of that Zelnaga tower and is dropping scans on this army. So he is going to see this moving in.
Ooh, and he needs to bring his back.
He needs to be pretty careful about how he chooses to engage here, though.
Oh, and perhaps it's lagging again. There we go. And we need to see awesome storms go off.
Bad EMP decision to hit 3 Zealots with that. He needs to focus down.
Ooh, and here comes the storms. Oh, and they did back off.
Good micromanagement. Forced
another
a lot
storm
of
going down. Another. Yep, there we go. That's what he needed was those storms. He needs more of those now.
They're toast. It looks like
just like
the micro 4 Flash was sufficient to.
All his units are so low though. If he goes for the counter, all his guys are going to die because they're all
He's got
so
a
low.
lot of barracks, so he can resupply pretty quickly.
But his money is kind of.
That's true. That's what's stopping him. His natural and main are completely mined out.
Here we come an attack right here.
He's going to catch a nice little probe blind snack there.
And here comes the counter.
No, he needs to focus
those are probes.
Oh!
I thought those were army.
That was. Did you see all those warp-ins? He shut down that pylon and it destroyed everything.
Don't warp in at one single pylon. That's
does the smart decision, does cancel that, but we are seeing reinforcements from Scarecrow at this point coming from the behind. And it looks like they're not going to be able to engage this. Ooh, he needs to get away from those medevacs, though, or High Templar.
Yeah, he'll feedback and then do so much damage.
Look at all that warping.
Holy crap.
Holy cow.
Finally getting more stalkers. That's what he needs is the more stalkers. And he needs to start getting shield upgrades because he is getting lots of Archons and DTs. He
is
finally has
grabbing one. Terran is grabbing level 3 infantry weapons, though, and I will tell you right now, level Marines that do like 9 damage a smack, they shred stuff. They absolutely tear stuff up. Looks like we're automatically just going for Archons. I don't see any more Ghost in production, so hopefully we do have a couple on the field though. So hopefully that decision doesn't come back to haunt him.
Yeah, hopefully not. They do a little bit of splash damage though. So
They
that
do.
is good.
They do handle bio units pretty well, actually. Extremely well.
Yeah, very well. More high temps coming out.
A lot of probe just kind of chilling here. Is he going to make these into Archons too? Or?
I wouldn't, because
me
he
neither.
needs those storms. And earlier we saw his mistake of doing an attack move when he had high temps in his
army.
In his
yeah,
army,
they just
because
got sniped.
high temps don't attack unless you use spells, and they just went to the front and got themselves killed.
Looks like we have a DT moving out though.
Ooh.
And no detection at this line.
No detection. He is going to drop a scan really quick though.
I don't know if he notices.
I don't think he notices.
Here. He's too focused on this right here. He's got to focus down these Archons real quick.
And EMP does miss 2 of the Archons, and he's just morphing so many Archons.
He's got to focus this one down.
They will not die.
Yeah, looks like there's just too much damage coming out of this bio ball here.
And that DT
just cleaned house over here.
Ooh, I wanted to check the kills on DT.
Oops. Looks like those Vikings did a very good job of handling that Viking or that Colossus.
Yeah.
And I think they got caught out of position kind of as well.
He needs to stop the Colossus production and just keep with the high temps with Storm, because it does do the same. I think Storm does it.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
nice snipe. He was fed back and did die right there, but did do a lot of damage to that Templar.
More reinforcements
I
coming?
think I would have preferred to EMP it.
I think Scarecrow is just kind of wearing this guy down because he is using stim over and over and over. In that
yeah, his forces are getting real low. One thing I'm actually fairly surprised about, though, is how well both armies can just resupply. What is this guy doing? He needs to kill that.
Nice.
Or that happened.
Nice storm going down. That's what happens
that was terrible.
If you absolutely don't need to stim, don't. Even if it kills a couple of guys really fast, you don't need to.
He needs to get those out of there. There we go.
There we go.
That Marauder's toast, though.
Feedback will not be able to kill his medevacs.
Not enough energy on him. Not nearly enough. One thing I'm not seeing, we're not seeing any Ravens. We're not seeing a whole lot of mobile detection from Flash. So I would almost lean more towards a heavier DT composition in this army than anything. You can still turn him into Archons if he starts getting DTs.
Yep, and he is going to drop a scan maybe? No.
Nope, he's just going to run.
And he also right there, he did not need to run with stim. It's not
with those medevacs though, it's not that.
Well, he is feedback in the medevacs, so they're constantly low energy. He's just wearing his army down, doing random stims.
We do see both armies kind of spread out at this point. They're rallied to rather weird locations. Got half of it here, half of it moving up here. And
DT starting to do damage in the mineral line, I think, of the gold. At least I saw DT going. Yeah.
Oh, yep, good eye. I totally missed that. Why is he
taking the high ground? Why are you making
this high ground here?
You don't need more Colossi, because his Vikings are just going to take out this Colossi very, very easily, unless he can storm those Vikings.
Nice snipe. Oh, excellent snipe right there. That observe. It looks like Scarecrow wasn't too happy about that.
At least he LOL'd it off instead of raging. And,
it looks like both armies are content in sitting back and just kind of macking up right now.
And he is splitting his army up. That's very nice.
I don't know if that's a good idea for Protoss, though. Their potency remains in their death ball.
Well, if they're gonna EMP, that's true. Kill the whole thing.
Flash needs to move out. He is sitting at 200-200.
And he's balling his guys up, so that surround or that spread out for him will let him get a better.
Storm is going to be very dangerous, and he's finally starting to grab vehicle weapon upgrades. So those Vikings will start to do more damage.
Looks like Scarecrow will get a decent surround if they engage here. Or he'll just pick off that little group up there. There we go.
We're going to see some storms.
A very nice surround with
there goes the storm.
Nice storm.
EMPs go down, though. Most of these units don't have any energy right there.
And he does clean up this push. Very nice. I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting Flash to just clean it up. But now it turns the tide, and now Scarecrow is
up against the ropes. Flash is up against the ropes here.
Yeah,
he is
very nice.
Gotta resupply real quick. I think he really needs to pull out of this infantry-heavy building. He's building more barracks. He doesn't need barracks. He needs factories at this point.
That was a nice spread on his units, so he can get a better surround on Flash's units, And very nice storms going on.
It was a very nice concave. He had that wrapped all the way from the this high ground to this high ground, moving in from this side. It was a crazy concave that Flash should not have moved into.
Not at all. Loading up one stalker will just take that off.
14 health. Oh my goodness.
Is he gonna go repair, or what is he doing?
He's gonna drop. He's gonna try and snipe some tech here.
And Scarecrow is grabbing the gold. And Flash resupplied his army pretty quick. Look at his supply now.
He's back up.
Man, he is just
it's all those racks with reactors, and he's got, I don't know, 6, 7 racks on the board now.
And we do see these that drop doing some damage.
Our cloak looks like he's going to go ahead and drop some nukes.
That's not good.
I don't know if that one nuke is enough to shut down a gateway, but it will do a lot of damage.
Let's see what happens. Nope.
Does knock out the shields, but does unpower 4 pylons, or 4 gateways here, which is pretty detrimental if they choose to engage right now.
And Scarecrow is engaging right now.
There are no...
And his high temps are so far back.
And those Vikings are out of position, though.
Ooh, nice feedbacks on the Ghost, and all his high temps have no energy. He's working on the Archons quickly.
Needs to focus down this Colossi real quick. There we go.
Colossi got a few good hits.
Needs to focus that one down, too.
Oh, and he does have a lot of Archons in his army composition now.
Yeah, he's overstimming these units.
And he's stimming like crazy. He does not need to stim that many times. Taking out all of
those Vikings got missed microed right there, but he is taking care of this big
balling up his units so much. Those Archons are so much damage.
There are no Templar here, and he is staying away from those Archons. Come on!
Perhaps it's lagging again. Those Archons are looking so scary.
EMP's gonna go off here, though. Where are those ghosts going? Where are they going?
Oh,
he's EMP right.
Oh, nice feedbacks.
That's
storm.
Gonna mop everything up right there.
Scarecrow's army count is lower though.
He's got a lot more potent units, so those Archons are gonna start shredding things.
Ooh, that was very nice. He does need to deny some of those expos. And he's just rallying his guys over.
Those ghosts are so expensive. He's losing so much right there.
And you can see Flash's army is so low. He can't.
There it goes.
He can't keep up with his. Oh, he actually killed one. He can't keep up with all his barracks and all his.
Yeah. He's pretty much mined out at 3 of his 5 bases.
And the Zealots actually do damage.
They are getting sniped out though, but you are correct. They did a good chunk of damage. We do have this gold expansion not saturated at all. How long has that been up?
I don't know. What's the 81 probes? Holy cow.
To 70 SCVs and 9 mules. Holy cow.
Jeez. So much going on.
These pylons were reinforced. We still have that that ghost in here. He's gonna be able to work down this.
all those warp gates. Very nice. And are they full upgrades now?
3-3. No armor on the vehicles, but they do have one attack. And there's 3-2-3.
They just need that one more.
Yeah.
And he is getting the probes over to the gold. And I think
I would have to say Scarecrow's in a better position at this point.
You can see all the money he has. Lots of ghosts. Lots of stealth ghosts. Ooh. And he does feedback.
That observer's not. Those cloaked ghosts aren't going to do anything if that observer sits.
And he does get EMP'd and he just pulls back. Very nice. You don't want to commit to attack after you've been EMP'd. What's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, he
lost another High Templar. See if another EMP goes down. Couple storms.
He is out of energy.
He did just storm the ghost though, so I don't know if I agree with that decision too much. A lot of those High Templar.
Ooh, they did beat back some of the medevacs though. I would pull back if I was Scarecrow. You don't want to commit too much. Just keep wearing down Flash's armor.
Who's wearing down who at this point?
It's hard to tell.
That Archon's going to start doing a lot of damage here, and those Viking support here.
Colossi are doing a good amount of damage, and it does clean up. Holy cow, 83 supply for Scarecrow.
He's sitting on too many minerals. Where are all his warp gates? Looks like this gold expansion is going to get cleaned up pretty well here. Holy cow, that went down really fast.
High temps, this is make Zealots and Stalkers.
He needs to switch game plans. I know that.
He needs to do something. He's running so high on minerals and so low on units.
There, we're seeing some Vikings moving across the board.
And it looks like Flash will be able to take this game because Scarecrow is building pylons. He's building pylons and he's max. He's 200 buff gap on the pylons. He's not resupplying his army. I don't know what does he not have any gateways?
Oh, they all got unpowered.
That's why he's
It's like, what's going on here?
That sucks.
That was an excellent two-prong attack. That isn't really a normal two-prong attack.
We didn't even see it. That's how amazing it was. Why is he morphing right there? Don't morph right there. You just see the side he is.
These medevacs have literally no energy, though.
This is looking good for Flash. Flash is pretty low on money.
He's pretty broke at this point. But Scarecrow does call the GG. He's not able to reinforce properly at this point. Lost all his income right there.
Yeah, I would have just got so many zealots and just prepared for an attack.
Oh my gosh, that was a crazy game. It was back and forth so much.
Scarecrow was in a lead. He just needed to stop committing to all those attacks he did. And he could just keep pulling back and resupplying and pulling back and just wear Flash out eventually.
I don't know how effective the... I don't know much about Protoss timing attacks. But he did seem to choose a couple of poor times to press an attack.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Flash did attack it some poor times himself, like when he pushed into the concave that stretched from base to base here. That was not the best decision.
Yeah, and Scarecrow did take care of that really easily.
Shredded that. I was actually very surprised at how well both players were able to resupply their army. Look at all those barracks.
How many barracks does he have?
Let's see.
Just click one. You should be able to... Alright, 4. He has 18 barracks. You can see on his hawk. Oh, those are just 18.
He's got 14 barracks and 4 starports.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
That's so many.
Anyway, this is Phobos.
And this is Gent.
If you have some of your own plays that you'd like us to cast, send it to BronzeLeaguePerspective@hotmail.com. Also, follow us on Facebook. Just search BronzeLeaguePerspective on the little Facebook search tool.
And we don't have very many followers on Facebook, so be one of the very few.
Yeah, we're always willing to give feedback. We're really close to our viewers. I feel we get replays and we always get them up within a day or two. Anyway, this is Phobos.
This is Gent.
We'll see you later.
Peace out.